Hello, and welcome back to My Child Lebensborn. My name is Sel, and I have a master's in clinical child psychology. I'm going to keep playing through. If you haven't seen part 1, there'll be a link to it down in the description. I'm also very happy to announce that I am officially an ambassador for this game now, so you can look forward to a whole playthrough coming out on this channel over time. Before we jump in, I want to note most people who watch these videos are not subscribed, so if you enjoy the series, if you enjoy the content I make, please consider subscribing. It's free, and it really helps me out. But now, let's jump into the game. Good morning, Klaus. We have a letter. Okay, so there's something we'll have to read. And there's another letter. Oh, that looks like, I wonder if that's from, about his mother. Okay. You are very hungry. Do we have any food? We do have food. Okay. Let's feed you. I'm gonna leave that there. I don't love that that's a little. I'm gonna feed you, but that's what we got. Quickly clean up your face. We have clean clothes we can offer you. There we go. Some clean clothes. Alright. He's gonna go off to school. I'll see you soon. Learn a lot today, okay? Encouraging him to learn, to try, and reminding him that we'll see him again soon, which is always a good thing to do with children. Go to school, and off we go to work. Ooh, do we want to take over town if we got offered it? We aren't offered it. Good. Can we swing by the shop quickly? Is there anything he needs? It's for a cake. Like this, and 3 of those. New crafting. Oh! They tore up my backpack. Oh no, Klaus. So I tried to stop them. Just take care of it, and now it's ruined. Aw, so, you know, at least his response shows that he is listening and he cares about our opinion of him. And that's, you know, if he didn't care about our opinion, he would have tried to hide that. He wouldn't have necessarily told us. He's not mad at me, and yeah, this is his fear. He's worried that he's lost our trust. We don't want to talk about the rats. That's an anger reaction. We don't want him to learn anger in response. I didn't buy the things. Oh no. But it's not his fault. The more important thing is checking on him, because we want to remind him that he ultimately is more important than the objects. Okay. So he's not physically hurt, he's just emotionally hurt, and that's understandable. And he understands that we work hard. It's good, it shows that he's been listening. And that's okay. Again, we're going to reinforce that. Ultimately, what matters is that he is physically okay. Yeah, it's okay for him to be sad. You know what? We'll offer him a solution here. Writing a letter, not necessarily do anything that's too abstract for him. The message is good here, that it's reinforcing that it's just a physical item, but really, I love the backpack, and this is probably going to be the thing that will make him feel like we actually care the most. Yep, we'll try to fix it. That's okay. Let me quickly go back and actually click the button. There we go. Okay. Let's get you some food. Give you that. Can we bathe you? Yeah, okay. Yes, you can go to sleep now. The other kids are so mean. So looking at the options, you know, they'll go to the reserve at the end. Usually people who are mean do tend to come to things, but that's not always true. I think this is the best one. Those who are kind to others receive kindness. You reap what you sow. I think that's probably the best message for him. This one, the other two aren't always true, but being kind and being a nice person to be around usually is going to attract people ultimately who also are kind and will respond kindly to you. Not always true, but often. Okay. Sinking sigh. Okay, we have to write a letter to the school, so he's gonna just go straight to bed. We don't get to read him. Chance to read him a story. Okay, write the letter now and hand it to Klaus in the morning. Some of the other children at school have been cruel to Klaus, and yesterday they ruined his school equipment. I asked the school to do more to address this bullying problem before it gets out of hand. I wish that was helpful, but unfortunately bullying is an incredibly complex issue, and in this case there's an extra level of discrimination present here that is beyond typical bullying. I do not think this letter is going to do anything to change things. Sorry, I cannot help you. I have a new life and I cannot have it disturbed by mistakes from my past. Klaus is no longer my responsibility to do it again. Okay, so his mother does not want contact, which is understandable. She had a rough experience herself, a very difficult one. So it's understandable, but she doesn't really want anything to do with him. Alright, and what's in the news? Lingonberry, jam, fruit, juice, sugar. Oh, did we just learn a recipe? Okay. What did we get? Okay, so we need 1 unit of time to fix that. Okay. Move on to the next day. Morning! Still looks very sad. Alright, let's fix his backpack today. No? Oh. Did it? You fixed my backpack. Yep. Looks good as new. We're not going to tell him to be more careful from now on, because that's not going to be helpful. He already feels some level of shame and guilt. It's a little too lighthearted. We're gonna reinforce that, you know, if it happens again, it's not his fault. It's thinking, okay. Oh, hardened his heart with that choice. Interesting. Okay, you can have some food that's not great, but something. The big boys have to go to school. It's really hard. Tell him to take the letters to the teacher. That's the more important structure here. It will help. We don't want to make him feel worse about school, even though I suspect it probably will. It might make things worse or have no impact. So I think this middle one, it's... oh. It's that sort of... hopefully? He doesn't like school, he's to help me. Yep, that's good. So he's... at least seems to trust us, even if it was hard. Let's see. Oh, why are you in the closet? Oh, he's very upset. Okay, let's take our time. Wish you never made me deliver that stupid letter. The key thing here is, so he's starting with his feelings about the end of a situation. In order for us to respond properly to him, we need to actually know what happened. It would be good to ask, are you okay? It's would be very important to ask. It didn't help us assuming what happened. We're gonna ask him what happened. I think it's the best option. Let's ask him what happened. Oh, he read it. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the teacher is not on our side in this opinion, or in this matter. Just kind of what I feared. I was a snitch. Oh, that's a harsh thing to say to a child. Arm up in history class. Oh. Oh. Like, as in like a salute? Oh, that's awful. I think we're gonna empathize with him. All of these I think are very good choices, but ultimately, let's empathize with him. Sorry too. Your fault, you tried to help. Okay. We need to get him into some clean clothes. And that's a unit of time gone. Great. We have to cook. Unless... Can I go to the store? Buy something? There we go. We'll feed him the toast. Oh, Klaus. Sorry for being upset with you. Oh. Okay. You're always standing up for me. That makes me feel better. He clearly feels a lot of guilt and responsibility for the situation, which isn't necessarily his. Yeah. There's a lot of... He's clearly dealing with a lot of big emotions. Children typically don't ask what's wrong with them unless they feel like a lack of control over the situation or things that they're just struggling to understand. There's a lot going on in his life. The best response here is find out why he thinks this. Because no one is perfect. It's not a great message to send things. And don't say things that is overly harsh. We want to find out why he's feeling this way so we can respond appropriately to him. The way others treat me, must be something wrong with me. Okay, that's a reasonable conclusion. That's a very logical conclusion, especially for a child. Is there something wrong with them, not you? Well, it's true, it's also not quite right. You're just being rude, there's nothing wrong with you. I think this is the best option. Because ultimately, being discriminatory or that's very similar to being rude. I don't go with that. Why do they have to pick on me? This one's too dismissive. This one isn't actually sort of addressing his underlying question. At the end of the day, he's trying to make sense of it. So this one here where it says it doesn't always make sense, I think is going to be the best option. I don't like this bottom one, it's a little too dismissive. Please stop blaming yourself. Don't make them doubt yourself. I like this one because it's using his name. It's the most personal option. Okay. Sleep. Is there anything else I need to do? I will read him a story tonight. I'll take the risk that we'll be able to cook because he needs... One, he needs attention. And two, He's had a very difficult couple of days. Having some of that extra support from an adult he trusts and cares about is going to help him a lot. Do that, see if his attention meter refilled. He has his backpack back. He's glad about that. That's good. Do we have food? In fact, you know what? Let me cook this quickly. Oh, cooking with him fills his attention bar. Good. We'll have that for supper. Have that for breakfast. Go to school. Yeah, I know you shouldn't have to go. To take care. That shows more that we care than reminding him that to not be late. We're gonna stop at the store quickly. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy 2 of them. And then we have to prep them. Why are people saying I'm a German kid? Oh, okay, that's an interesting question to lead with. Not German. Okay, we might be able to have quite a conversation. This is too defensive. This is dismissive of it. Let's find out why he's talking about this. No, Miss Hans. Oh, his teacher said it. Ooh. The whole class, I'm a German kid. So the trick is that we know that he's of German heritage. And so to say that it's not true isn't totally right. He is of German heritage, which unfortunately in this time and situation mattered. These are too dismissive and are lying to him, ultimately. This is the most truthful. He is a Norwegian citizen. Why would they say that? So he's trying to understand. My parents? If we get a chance to respond, we'll be honest. We can't tell Big to ignore it, because he's going to continue facing it. We talk about this later. There's nothing going on right now that we have to urgently do. There's no reason to delay the conversation. It might make him trust us less, because he clearly has questions. Don't know if he's totally ready for this, though. We're gonna take that risk. We're gonna tell him when we know. No, never do this with a child. Don't start to tell them what the truth is and then say, no, I can't do it. If you need to have a difficult conversation with a child or with anyone, really, you need to make sure you're emotionally prepared first. Telling him, you know, your father is a German soldier, he was here in Norway during the war, tells him what he needs to know without excessive detail. I think softened his heart. Ooh, do you want to tell him more? He understands he was adopted. We're gonna tell him, I think we're gonna tell him more truth. Your mother gave you away because your dad was German. Oh. I know so far. Dad was a German. Thank you for telling me. So sad. We go to the forest together? No. Can't go to the lake either. Okay. Let's cook together first. I'm gonna fill his attention meter a little bit. I'll get some food ready, and then he needs food badly. We'll need to... Can we wash his face up quickly? There we go. Get him a little bit cleaner before bed. We need a proper bath soon. Alright. Good night. Thank you for fixing my backpack. Being so patient. Not sure what we had to be patient for, so that's not a good thing to say. But it's good to say or to thank a child for being understanding or for listening. In this case, that sounds right. One, just want you to be happy, that's true. I think this place just, you know, responding back with you, welcome. It's the best choice. You know, Miss Klaus? I said Germans are bad guys. We're gonna let him continue his thought. Ooh, he didn't like that. Changed a lot. I'm grown up. Looking forward to starting school, being around more kids. That'd be nice. I don't understand why I have to be so mean. It's Hanson and some of the grown-ups look at me like I've stolen or broken something. I haven't been good, really good. I'm getting a backpack worked. Maybe there is something wrong with me. My parents weren't married, was that because I'm bad? My dad's a German, maybe he's bad that I'm bad. Okay, so he's at least even not saying anything has got him to really spill his thoughts, which is good. We're understanding more what he's thinking and why he's feeling what he is. But no, it's not gonna be bad. Liv and me and you are the only good people. I like it when the other kids get angry. She goes and hides. I gotta hide more too. This is my best hiding place. Is he here to chase the bad people away? Oh, okay, so at least he still sees us as a very much a safe place, which is very good. Children who are under a lot of stress and strong emotions need a safe place. Need a safe adult. I'm tired. Be nice to have time. I have time. Is there anything I need to do? No mail to read. Have food for the morning. Yes, let's read him a story. Just to reinforce that we do care. Alright. That is the end of this chapter. So we are 40% optimistic, 10% assertive, and 50% open. So very open and optimistic, which I think is generally a good way to approach things with kids. Encourage them to look at things as positive as they can, and to be optimistic but also real. I guess looking at that, I guess whatever the opposite of optimistic is, or more that way. But still mostly positive. Being honest with kids. Most kids can spot hypocrisy. And we were a little bit firm at times. We were assertive. Sometimes you need to be. Most people bought a backpack. About 2/3 people were close with his parents. And about half the people warned him against German words, which is what I would expect. Ooh, time jump. But I think I'm gonna leave it here for now. I know it was a shorter episode. We've kind of finished the chapter. If I'd known when I recorded the last episode that the chapters worked like that, I would have played a little bit longer. I'm gonna leave it for here for now. Reminder to care for others and to stand up for what's right and speak up against discrimination against others and treating others poorly. A lot of conflict throughout history has been from misunderstandings and from not seeing other people as equals. As we see here with this story and with Klaus, he's just a normal kid. who happened to have a parent who came from a country that at the time did some things that were not very, very kind, that were actually quite awful. That is not Klaus's fault. So be kind to others. See you again soon. Another episode. Anytime. Stay curious.